For our flight training, I think the major demand is in new pilots, rotary pilots across the Middle East, where there's huge growth in helicopters, but no real experience. So the whole process of military and civil pilot training is growing and is key to us there. So I think from our point of view, big growth in pilot development in the Middle East. Speed, flexibility. I think a lot of our customers can take quite a long time to purchase their products, and in doing so they don't necessarily plan the training and the support development at the same time. So it's flexibility, it's time, and it's making sure that they look at the complete package from the start. So it's making sure that they are preparing the facilities and the pilots and the technicians and the support organisation at the same time. I think the big challenges that we face as an OEM is to provide our customers with a safe training system, but also one that's cost effective. We are pretty much technology agnostic in terms of our synthetic training provision, which is good, and we've been able to reduce the cost of synthetic training significantly over the last 3-4 years. It's probably 50% of what it used to be. So in terms of our real challenge is to make sure that we introduce all the technology, make sure that we can replicate the functionality of the aircraft systems, yet we don't drive up the price of training. It will be to make sure that we're able to be flexible to the customers with smaller numbers of aircraft, where they are only training small numbers of pilots and technicians every year, because they won't open their own training centres. So we need to be able to provide our training regionally to be able to deal with their requirements. So that, they're not taking pilots away from their operational commitments for any great period of time. So certainly regional training is important, but for our major customers, not so much military, but more government, is to make sure that we're able to provide platforms in dual use. So platforms that can provide a civil or a government function and a military function. And I know the UK MOD is looking at that, and also foreign customers to the UK, specifically where they can use the aircraft for multi-roles, border security, government functions as well as military. And then what we have to do as an organisation is make sure we can train the pilots, the technicians, the rear crew, and etc., to be able to support all of those roles. For us, I think in terms of this conference and military flying training, the ability to interact with lots of different customers and hear different perspectives even from the fast jet community, because they suffer the same challenges, particularly in finding the right calibre of individuals, whether it be technicians, pilots, or support staff. So I think we were able to share our challenges and our ideas. So it's not necessarily just listening to individuals in the conferences. It's also in the wider environments over lunch and coffee, where most of the business is done anyway. So I think the more people that this sort of event can attract, particularly internationally, then that's good for us, as we're a global business.